Okay, I'm gonna do this as quickly as possible and make this video somehow a little bit like 14 or maybe 17 minutes longer to review a movie that's been done nearly 20 years ago. What I'm talking about is the Rugrats movie. You know, it's been around since, well, the first Rugrats been around since 1991. And then 7 years later, had to do this as a full-length movie. And got this at a yard sale for 75 cents. Look at the price on it. It's still on it after all these years. Not to mention a bonus short of Cat Dog, right where I'm pointing at, right where my finger is at. Right here. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Rugrats movie. Oh yeah, I forgot it does that. Back in the early 2000s, movies used to do this almost all the time. Nowadays, you can just watch movies with or without using standard screens. First time I'm finally talking about pretty much a Nickelodeon movie based off the series that lasted for like probably 8 seasons and have 100 episodes. Just wow. Not only that, there's actually 3 movies of these. Count them. 3 movies. Rugrats in Paris and Rugrats Gone Wild, a crossover of the Wild Thornberries, which I'll get to another time. But for now, let's talk about the film.
No, we can't go back now, you guys. Okie dokie, John, never goes back.
And it does an Indiana Jones reference, parody. Basically, the series is about the babies going on to their imaginary adventures. While Angelica is pretty much a young girl that likes to mess around with the babies. Means that wants to be more popular than they are. But all that is about to change. Where Mrs. Pickles, yes, that's her last name.
What a pretty party dress,
Is pregnant. And they're about to introduce her as a new family member. Her ship about to have a new child in the family ship that appears in this movie.
I told you, Charlotte.
And that baby's name is...
That windbag's not filling low or intestinal gas. Face it, Dolly. Rising high it to God. Well, you know what they say.
Dell.
Born under Venus. Hello?
Now, Dr. Licious is the expert.
That's Angelica's mother, by the way. The blonde one. She likes to talk on the phone. Almost part of the movie.
You with a PhD in Latin.
Yeah, pig Latin, maybe. Well, let's just hope for Tommy's sake it's a girl. I'd hate to think up.
That's Dylan Will, aka the twins, his mother.
My stuff should be squabbling if they were both boys.
Let's not do any gender stereotyping. After all, Stu and Drew are brothers, and they get along just fine.
Pushy, lazy, bossy, inconsiderate, nosy, good for nothing, busybody. Why can't you listen to me? We're talking about a real job, Stu, with benefits. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna waste my life as a clock punching, paper pushing, bean counting. Oh, no offense.
That's Stu, by the way. He likes to invent things. Which in the later part of this movie is very foreshadowing, they call it.
You can't make it.
My favorite character in this movie is basically Grandpa. Oh, like any old man, he can be hilarious, just like the old man from Hey Arnold.
Corporation is holding a toy design contest, and the winner gets $500. And be famous.
Oh, yeah. That's what you said when you built that stupid thing.
Maybe Dactar was a little bit complex, but this, watch. I am Reptar, hear me roar.
Hans Rabbit, can a man work in his own basement without getting barbecued?
Okay, so maybe real fire isn't the best idea for a children's toy.
Does he think so? Anyhow, while he's doing the invention, Angelica tells the babies, including Tommy, the main leader, who's always in his diapers, by the way, throughout the entire series, explains whether it could be a boy and girl or a girl, they will pay no attention to him whatsoever and focus on the other baby. Also, there's my other favorite character in the movie, her. I forgot her name, but she's also my favorite character because she's voiced by Bree Summer, of all people. After this scene, after Angelica yells out her lungs out, and the baby was ready, and we end up in the hospital. And you hear the legendary Tony J. Last time I did his voice was in the Jungle Book 2. Anyhow, they take Miss Pickles to the hospital while the babies go out on their own on finding Tommy a new brother or sister. And we get this weird scene that always confused me when I was younger, when I first saw this scene. A musical number.
This is the world? I miss my old room. This wallpaper here just ain't the same. This world is something strange. I'm cold. I didn't change. This world is something new to me. Oh my head, what is this? I can't take it. Me either. I'm hungry. I'm irritated. I love the extra leg room. Man, they cut my cord. Oh, consider yourself lucky. This world is way too big and populated by fuzzy pigs. This world is something new to me. This world is such a gas. Hey, yeah, where's the club? This world is something new to me.
You know, for kids.
It's gonna be a real cool day. This world is something new to me.
Okay. That just happened. Anyways, we also get this random scene. Giving birth to Dale. I have no words on what just happened there. But then again, it was the 90s. They do like all kinds of weird stuff, man. And Dale is born now. And she's voiced by none other than, He's voiced none other than Kev Susie. And what you know, it seems doesn't go well for them after 2 weeks of the baby crying. And another foreshadowing of the circus.
Enough of a circus around here already.
Yeah, just you wait until she's grown to her teenage times and start going to parties. Now that's a circus. Anyways, we also cut to these Russian guys
I think coffee is better in St. Peter.
while the monkeys take over the train.
No, it's better in St. Peter.
Nothing is better in St. Petersburg. Look, the train.
The monkeys crash into the middle of the woods. Unfortunately, Tommy doesn't get that much focus on the story, and they had to calm the baby down by singing.
That's good. You're cuter now.
I don't see why they don't do that in the first place after 2 weeks.
Quadruped?
It didn't work. He's still awake.
And I hate to admit it, this moment was just depressingly sad.
Close your eyes.
Heart, you always stay.
So sleep and dream the night away.
That was good.
Baby, please restore her. The with you. Time for bed. Please stop. Don't you see? I want Mom and Dad for me.
Now that is just sad. And it'll be like that later on in the movie too. Anyway, so do the rest of this in the second part, mates. We are only like 21 minutes in, and we haven't got to them getting lost in the woods yet. Which is also foreshadowing in their mighties. See you in the next part.